Hi, I'm Lindsay Shifflett and I am your practitioner this week. And what that means is that I'm going to do the reading and treatment today. And also, if you submit a prayer request on our website, I will be happy to pray for you for the next 30 days. If you have something in your life that's going great and you want more of it, that's a great time to put in a prayer request. Also, if you have something that you want to shift a little bit, put in a prayer request for that. Or if you just don't know what to do about something, you can also put in a prayer request and I'll be happy to pray for you. Today's reading, it comes from an article, which is a book review regarding a book called The Song of Trees by David Haskell. And this is a selected text from an article titled The Song of Trees, a biologist's lyrical ode to how relationships weave the fabric of life. And it's by Maria Popova. In the songs of trees, stories from nature's great connectors, Haskell proves himself to be the rare kind of scientist Rachel Carson was when long ago she pioneered a new cultural aesthetic of poetic prose about science, governed by her conviction that there can be no separate literature of science, because the aim of science is to discover and eliminate truth, which is also the aim of literature. It is in such lyrical prose and with an almost spiritual reverence for trees that Haskell illuminates his subject, the masterful, magical way in which nature weaves the warped thread of individual organisms and the weft thread of relationships into the fabric of life. Haskell visits a dozen gloriously different trees from around the world, from the hazel of Scotland to the maples of Tennessee to the white pines of Japan's Miyahima Island, to wrest from them wisdom on which he calls ecological aesthetics, a view of beauty not as an individual property, but as a relational feature of the web of life, belonging to us as we to it. From this recognition of delicate mutuality arises a larger belonging, which cannot but inspire a profound sense of ecological responsibility. Haskell writes, "We're all, trees, humans, insects, birds, bacteria, pluralities. Life is embodied network. These living networks are not places of omnibenevolent oneness. Instead, they are where ecological and evolutionary tensions between cooperation and conflict are negotiated and resolved. These struggles often result not in the evolution of stronger, more disconnected selves, but in the dissolution of the self into relationship. Because life is network, there's no nature or environment separate and apart from humans. We are part of the community of life, composed of relationships with others. So the human nature duality that lives near the heart of many philosophies is, from a biological perspective, illusory. We are not, in the words of the folk hymn, wayfaring strangers traveling through this world. Our bodies and minds, our science and art are as natural and wild as they ever were." Popova tells us, "We cannot step outside life's songs. This music made us. It is our nature. Our ethic must therefore be one of belonging, an imperative made all the more urgent by many ways that human actions are fraying, rewiring, and severing biological networks worldwide. To listen to trees, nature's great connectors, is therefore to learn how to inhabit the relationships that give life its source, substance, and beauty. And as we now ready ourselves for treatment, place your feet on the floor, take a few deep belly breaths, let your arms fall, let your shoulders relax. Each one of you are a participant in this prayer. As you join me, let's take a moment to connect with nature's great connectors, sometimes called the tall standings. If you feel called, send them your acknowledgement of their place in the vast web of life. All is God. From our record keepers, such as the sequoia, to the smallest seedling that transmutes our out-breath into oxygen. All is good. It is with this connectivity that we know we are also connected to each of our human neighbors. And we are collectively moving into a higher awareness of seeing each other as the sparkling jewels we truly are, connected by a web of love, light, and right relationship. With gratitude, we release this prayer unto the law, knowing it is complete and accomplished, and so it is. Aho.